I am going to show you how to remove floor finish from a VCT floor. Floor finish removing or stripping a floor is the most difficult task in floor care. Removing floor finish takes time and a lot of effort, and more important, the right tools and the right chemistry. Today, we're going to be using a 175 RPM floor machine, the staple for any floor care procedure. In addition, I'm going to be using with the floor machine a high productivity stripping pad. To remove the finish from the edges, I'm going to be using a doodle bug. And for safety, as a safety precaution, I'm going to be using goggles while we mix the stripping solution. More important, I'm going to be using gloves as protection when handling a stripper to strip a floor or remove floor finish from a floor. So, in the next minutes, we're gonna show you how to remove floor finish from a floor. To make the whole procedure easier, in addition to the floor machine, we're gonna be using a wet and dry vacuum to pick up the slurry solution or the stripper and floor finish solution. To make this procedure easy, we have 3 buckets. In one, we'll be placing the stripper, on the second bucket, the neutralizer, and on the third bucket, the rinse, just plain water. Here I have 2 gallons of water, and I'm gonna be adding half a gallon of stripper. This makes the solution 4-to-1. Be careful when adding a stripper. I'm wearing gloves and safety goggles just to prevent from any chemical to reach my eyes. We have added half a gallon of stripper to 2 gallons of water to make this dilution effective when we strip in the floors. On this bucket, I'm going to be using the neutralizer solution, Ultra Neutralizer. I'm going to be, here I have 4 gallons of water, plain water, and I'm going to be using 1 ounce of neutralizer per gallon of water. So I'm going to be using 4 ounces of Ultra Neutralizer. And on this bucket, I only have plain clean water for rinsing. The next step is to lay the stripper on the floor. I'm going to start at the edges. We are going to strip the finish off the floor from the edges first, and then we're going to do the center of the training room. To do this, make sure the stripper is very wet. You're gonna saturate the floor with a stripper. You're gonna literally flood the floor with stripper. So just take it, start at the edge, and pour it on. With caution, lay it. And immediately, it feels like the floor finish is coming off the floor. Using the floor machine, scrub the floor to remove the floor finish from the floor. The next step after stripping all the edges is to apply neutralizer. Ultra Neutralizer mixed at 1 ounce per gallon of water. And we're going to do this to the edges that we just strip. This is a very important step in our stripping process. So basically you apply neutralizer as if you were applying a stripper. Very, very wet to the area that you just finished stripping. As soon as you lay the neutralizer on the floor, start scrubbing the neutralizer into the strip floor using the 175 RPM floor machine and a black stripping pad. Just go ahead and scrub the neutralizer onto the floor. You will get a bubbling effect, and that is normal. That means the neutralizer is doing its job. Make sure that you complete this procedure before rinsing the floor with clear water. This is a very, very important step in the stripping process. Perhaps the most important, to properly neutralize the floor from the stripper solution and the floor finish, and also the slurry that we just removed, the combination of both. The next step is to use the wet and dry vacuum to pick up the slurry solution. The wet and dry vacuum makes it very easy to do this. Finishing stripping the edges, now I'm applying the stripping solution to the open area of our training session. And we're gonna repeat the same procedure that we did before over this entire area. If for any reason the stripper dry back, you can always use plain water to activate it. Using the floor machine, scrub the floor to remove the floor finish from the floor. I usually do about 3 passes over each section. More passes if I feel that I'm not yet removing the floor finish from the floor. You can feel it because the floor machine will not glide as easy as when you're removing the floor finish from the floor. And again, as soon as you get a chance, go ahead and use the wet and dry to pick up the solution from the floor. We apply the neutralizing solution to neutralize the stripping solution that was on the floor and the floor finish that was on the floor. Neutralizing is a very important step. Make sure to apply the neutralizer with a wet mop as if it was stripping solution using the flooding method, and then scrub it with the floor machine. As soon as you have enough space, go ahead and start scrubbing the neutralizer solution onto the floor using a black stripping pad. And again, as soon as you get a chance, go ahead and use the wet and dry to pick up the solution from the floor. The last step is to rinse the floor with clear water. We're going to be rinsing the entire floor area with clear water. And we do this to rinse off any neutralizer residue that might have been left from using the wet and dry. Make sure that you rinse the floor with clear water before applying floor finish. We have finished stripping the entire floor. Next time, we're gonna show you how to apply floor finish to these floors using the new Ultra Floor Finish applicator.